Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hopefully you all are geared up for another episode on this channel, and it's time for a new video and a new vlog. Woohoo! Alright, so welcome if you are new. I'm a RuneScape loving baboon. Hopefully you are too. Been playing this game for many years, and if you stick around on this YouTube channel, you're going to be getting content of all of RuneScape, not just RuneScape OSRS primarily, but not just OSRS, some RuneScape 3, some RuneScape private action. Oh yes, major private action. Happy Taco Tuesday also, by the way. Make sure you go ahead, try some shrimp scampi tacos. You're not going to be let down. Very disappointed. Man, you know, not a lot of you all are taking me up on my offer. Just grill up some shrimp, put in some butter, some lettuce, dice up some tomatoes, maybe some onions, sour cream, some cheese, with or without the tortilla shell, and you got yourself a mighty great happy Tuesday. So I did upload a video on the main channel, Nightmare RH. Let's go ahead and bring up the virtual bung board here, the board of updates. So new video is posted in the main channel, Nightmare RH. If you want more content, definitely check that one out. Talking about when I hit pretty much max cash stack, because Jagex ended up dropping an update or a potential update they're going to be talking about and exploring about removing the max cash stack from OSRS to pretty much allow people to go higher than 2.147 billion GP. Very iconic number. Oh yes, indeedy. I just got it level 84 runecrafting, baby. Probably should be 85 maybe in a day or so. Getting closer and closer to 91 double nats. Oh yes. Today is going to be a very controversial episode. It's going to be about, have you ever thought about botting on RuneScape? So, occasionally, I do get quite a few people that will request to basically for me to talk about botting. And if you always want me to make a video on something or talk about something, definitely leave a comment down below. You can always hit me up on social media, whether that is X, whether it's Facebook. I do have quite a few of you all that do message my Facebook fan page. I run my own social media. I don't have someone else running. So if you do get a reply from me on X or Facebook, it is from me, not someone else who's pretending to be Nightmare RH. You can always hop on my Discord server, entirely free to do so. My DMs are open. Just please, don't be an asshole. I occasionally have to deal with bad people, and I always look past bad people because the overwhelmingly vast majority of good people are just really silent. I've actually talked to people on my Discord server in the last couple years that have said, I've been watching you well beyond a decade. I don't really like to post comments. I don't really like to, you know, very much. I just enjoy showing up and watching your content. I love each and every single one of you all. But yes, for every single bad dude, I really haven't came across a bad sister. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's always a bad dudes. It really is. For every bad dude out there, there's always dozens and dozens or potentially hundreds and hundreds of great individuals. So if you want me to always talk about something, definitely let me know. It's very easy to contact me. This is friggin' 2026, not 2010 or 9 or something like that. So botting. Before I really dive into have I ever thought about botting on this game, I kind of really want to go back and tell my viewpoints about autoing on RuneScape. So my viewpoints over the years have changed so much, and the reason they've changed is because of you all. The more and more that I talk to people, the more and more that I understand it, and the more that I kind of really get it. I believe it was last summer I ended up posting a video on the main channel before I restarted this channel back up. and I actually think I was at I was at a track doing cardio day, some track running, and I was basically just out in the scoldering, humid, hot sun environment, making a RuneScape or making an IRL video, I should say. But I was really just talking about botting, because I think something happened on OSRS. I think it was like a bot squeeze or something, a bot purge rather, and a lot of people were kind of really. It was pretty much a hot topic. So if you were to talk to me about botting, I want to say maybe 10 plus years ago. Actually, 10 plus years ago, 2016. No. Holy nuts. Let's even go back further. Let's go back. This is going to be crazy to actually say. 15 years ago. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for 18 plus years now. How crazy is that? Oh, man. 15 years ago, my stance on botting was very simple. If you autoed on this game, you should be fucking banned. That's pretty much about it. You should be banned. Why am I over here actually playing the game and you are cheating? You should be banned. It's against the terms of service. And it was very much a hard stance back in 2009, 2010, 11, even 12. As years basically pretty much played out, it was really around when I started live streaming back in 2013. Live streaming, which I really will be getting back to. My life is overly busy. And I actually might be doing some relocating in the next couple months. So I even maybe even more like a little busy and stuff. So when everything stabilizes in a couple months, live streams will be coming back very much at a rapid pace. But 2013, I very much got into like live streaming, pretty much like I want to say moving into like away from very much video making constantly to very much more live streaming constantly. Was posting videos on YouTube maybe once, twice per week, but I was live streaming friggin' 5-6 days out of the week. So very much, different. Not to mention live streaming back to that time really picked up as well too. Now why did my viewpoints really change? Well, like I said, when you go ahead and live stream, you have the unique ability to very much interact with people on a more so personal level. Because maybe someone is not going to post a YouTube comment, but maybe someone is actually going to say something on a live stream. You really see a lot more people like interacting with you on a live stream because it is live rather than like a YouTube comment. Because let's go ahead and face reality. I tend to respond to YouTube comments the most a couple hours after my video is posted. And typically, like, if I'm going to be uploading a new video the following day, I'll go ahead and glance at the comments, again and stuff. But a lot of times when a YouTuber doesn't respond to you, it's not in real time. Live streaming is very much in real time. And that's also why I honestly really miss live streaming. I really can't wait to get back to very much near daily streams. But overall, talking to a lot of you all, I very much asked like tough questions. Oh, you got banned from botting? Okay. Well, what made you bot in the first place? Okay, that actually kind of really makes sense. And it was really around like 2013, 14, 15 when my opinions very much kind of really shifted. And my viewpoints on autoing is even greatly like shifted. Even more, I want to say very like liberal viewpoints. I despise using political terms by all means. But my viewpoints on autoing now is really, it's illegal to the game. Obviously, if you go ahead and macro, Like you're not gonna fucking go to, you know, it's not like you're gonna it's not like it's illegal in the sense as it's a crime in the US Constitution. It's against the terms of service on RuneScape, and RuneScape could prosecute you on their game. So therefore, if you are breaking the rules on this game, you can be prosecuted. It's the same thing as being maybe an immature 20-year-old and going to a nightclub, maybe indulging in some white powder, dry powder, and you know it's against the law, you're risking your freedom, but at the same time, you're a stupid 20-year-old, right? A lot of people, believe it or not, that are, or I should say that were very much younger many, many years ago, they probably did indulge in botting, and that can be very much looked upon as being like an immature partier in a way, if you really think about it. So my viewpoints have really changed because I've interacted with so many of you all, and a lot of the answers that I have gotten from people, real people like you, people like me, is the reason that you've autoed on this game is it's because you want to get the boring stuff out of the way so you can do the fun stuff that is appealing to you. I actually really enjoy doing the boring stuff on this game. Maybe it's because I grew up playing The Sims. Maybe that's the reason why, but I totally get it. If you do not want to do the boring shit, such as leveling your attack from level 1 to level 70, leveling your strength from level 1 to level 80, 99, leveling your defense, your range, your magic, etc., etc. If you just want to log on and you just want to do raids because you're really, really good at doing raids, and you are out of friggin' water. Oh man, this sucks. Yeah, I'm out of water here. My throat is a little dry. But if you want to log on to this game and you really want to just do something something more fun to you, well, you got two options. One, you can sacrifice your time that you don't want to do the fun stuff, and then it becomes like a chore. Instead of doing stuff you don't want to do, maybe you can use that time to maybe go out, maybe do whatever, maybe do other stuff in your life, and then you can go ahead and once all your levels have been autoed, you can then go and do the stuff you want to do. That is actually something very popular that I hear time in and time in and time in and time again from so many people that have been caught botting or not have been caught botting, because there are people on this game that have never been caught botting. It's pretty remarkable. I do believe those people. I don't know how that is theoretically possible, but maybe the botting safeguards from Jagex maybe is not like the best as they kind of really say it is. But I've spoken to people that have sworn that they have autoed and their account has never been banned. Okay, I mean, hey, that's the same as, like you said, going out to a nightclub, you know, being a young, dumb 20-year-old, indulging into various activities, right? Or maybe a more relatable thing, you speeding and theoretically breaking the law and not being caught. Maybe that's, you know, very much more relatable, right? So yes, I do believe that there are people that have autoed on this game and they have just not been caught. So that's one of the reasons why my viewpoints have really changed. My viewpoints on autoing right now is very much, ironically, kind of like a libertarian stance in a way. You do you, and you know that is bad. If you get caught, you can risk everything on this game. By all means, I am not encouraging people to auto at all. But at the same time, you know the risk associated if you want to take that risk, you are a grown individual, and if you get caught, you're gonna pay the price. And that, for me personally, I remember back in 2000, it was really when, like, my, YouTube fame really started taking off, 2009, 2010, and a lot of people looked at my account, and they're like, dude, you gotta be the biggest macroer, autoer on the planet, and I remember that I made a video just squashing all of that, and I'm like, do you know how many people probably falsely report me for botting, but yet, here I am? You don't think Jagex has already looked into my account to try to maybe get me banned in a way, right? So the straight up answer is, me personally, I have never autoed on this game. Otherwise, my friggin' account would have been pretty much banned very much a long time ago. Now, have I thought about botting on this game? So, when I started playing this game, it was 2005, and I think that I learned what a bot was. I think it was around beginning of 2006, and I was actually doing some woodcutting, and I was trying to talk to one person there in Drainar Village. Oh boy, excuse me. Little burpees. And I remember this one person did not want to talk to me, so I kind of felt a little bit, ignored in a way, right? So this other person wood chopping with me said, this person is probably a bot. This person has been here for a very long time, more than likely a bot. And I didn't really know what a bot was, and I'm like, well, what do you mean by a bot? And then this person, random person, explained to me, hey, it means that they are playing the game when they're basically not there. Their computer or software is essentially playing the game for them. So, I'm over here back in 2006, and I'm like, what the fuck? You mean there's a program that I can do to chop willow logs? Sign me up! Like, that's crazy! Yeah, that sounds awesome. I really am so happy back in 2006, there was, like, very little resources available. Especially, like, you gotta remember, 2006, I think I was still on dial-up. No, I had a DSL. Yeah, I did not... I had dial-up back then, for anyone that remembers dial-up. DSL, I think I had. So, I mean, you're talking about, like, very low-level internet, back in 2006. YouTube was not popular at all. The amount of websites on, you're talking about, the internet was very much just getting rock and rolling. Ask Jeeves was still a thing. Yahoo search, Google search was very much out. So, I mean, it was very, like, the amount of information was very small. But I will say, because of that, I really didn't know, like, how to get a bot per se. And it was kind of funny because then I was actually talking to other people on RuneScape back then, and they're like, why would you auto, or bot? It's against rules. And pretty much when I heard that, I was like, oh shit, I actually didn't know that. So it really does make me wonder about how many people autoed back during RuneScape 2 and actually didn't realize it was against, the rules, because maybe you just didn't do your due diligence, like I never actually read the rules. But pretty much once I learned it was against the rules, all that kind of just, like, went away, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I really don't want to risk my account and stuff. So that was really the only time that I really ever, in a way, thought about, like, autoing on this game. It was just pretty humorous. But by all means, there are people that still auto to this day. And apparently the bots now on RuneScape are beyond, like, human. It's I was actually talking to one of my friends several weeks ago, and we pretty much had like a 30-minute discussion about how like Chinese gold farmers are legitimately still really big on this game, and their bots now are just like unfriggin' believable. It is like so crazy how real like it really is, because back in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11, even 12, like looking at a bot was very like recognizable. You could just kind of really see like, okay, this individual is kind of acting like a bot per se. Nowadays apparently it's utterly crazy. But that's really my whole story about have I ever thought about autoing on this game. It was a small little fraction. But I will say this. I totally understand the notion about people that don't want to do the unpopular stuff on this game. I totally get it. You really don't want to do unpopular stuff. You just want to do the stuff that you love. For me personally, I kind of enjoy doing the unpopular shit. I don't know why. That's just what I enjoy on this game. I don't find doing raids to be fun. Do I find doing rune crafting to be fun? I enjoy gaining levels. I will say that. I am very much working towards Maxcape. So I mean, that's definitely fun. But at the end of the day, it is utterly remarkable how your opinions can very much change, like, over the course of definitely many, many years. And like I said previously, I am very grateful, especially to be able to interact with so many of you all out there. So, on a closing note, let me know down below if you want to. I know this is definitely something very controversial. If you have ever thought about botting before on this game. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow with a brand new episode. Take it easy, everyone. Stay motivated on this game, your life. Good vibes all around, and later.